Hi, my name is Candace, and the article that I chose to talk about today is called Creating Problems and Their Solutions. So, this article talks about the how the math department in Trinity Christian College over the past 2 decades have came up with math events for the local schools. And some of the local schools in the 1990s asked the math department if they would come up with an event specifically for 7th and 8th graders to attend because they only had high school events and they wanted the middle schoolers to be able to engage in something fun outside of school but still apply their math understanding and problem solving strategies. And so, what the math department and the college students that were majoring or minoring in mathematics or math education came up with an event called the Math Triathlon. And so, it was just a 1 day event with various team building activities, competitions, individual competitions for students to do that were in 7th and 8th grade. And they found out that it really helped the actual teachers from those schools kind of understand where their students were at and their patterns of problem solving, so they could kind of adjust their curriculum if they needed to based off of how their students performed. And then it was also really good for the college students because if they were math education majors, they got to practice knowing and understanding the math standards and then try and create problems and activities for those standards. Another thing that they did for K through 2nd grade are math nights, and so this is where they created multiple math activities and games for the parents and their children to do during that night. And they figured out that it was a lot of really good engaging activities for the students, and it was a motivational tool for learning, and that all of the students were really excited about doing the activities, especially because they got to do it with their parents. And it was outside of school hours, and so they did it at night, and so it was just extra practice for these students to show how they understand and learn math in their schools. I really like the idea of math nights, and I think that for my future classroom, I would hope that my school did math nights once a quarter maybe. That's how my old school did it. And if they didn't, I would try and push for it because I think that it's really engaging for the students, and it helps them practice their math concepts and their strategies that they're learning, and it also has a way for the parents to see how their child is thriving and understanding the math material, and the children can teach their parents what they're learning about, and I just think that's really important. And you could see the teacher can see how her students are solving problems and using different strategies and manipulatives to solve their problems in different ways, so you can kind of get a better understanding of your students' learning strategies and styles with doing math night as well. And I want to teach 1st or 2nd grade, so this is perfect for that age group. And one of the things I really liked about the ending of the article is that one of the college students commented, and she said that math can be an exciting concept for all students when teachers provide opportunities to do so. So that really hit home because as teachers, I feel we can really make a difference in how students perceive math and how their attitudes are towards math, because if we involve them in activities like math night or math triathlon or math centers, any other extra math activities, I feel we should really try and do that in our classrooms or outside of classrooms and incorporate our students with it, because it teaches them that math isn't just super boring hard stuff. It can be fun, it can be easy if you get to use manipulatives or pictures or drawings to help you with your math. And I just like, I'm a really strong believer of using visuals and manipulatives, especially in math, because that's how I learned best. And I really liked all of the math activities that had to do with manipulatives whenever I was younger. And I didn't really like the ones where it was just learning right from the book and doing the problems. And so I really like this article, and it was just kind of a different perspective from like college students' eyes and the teacher's eyes, and how they can incorporate math outside of the actual classroom. Thank you.